All right, boys. All right, boys. Today we have a special little one-on-one, one-shot. Again with Malagar, because he keeps role-playing himself out of some combat situations, and that is unfortunate. So we are going to get him some time in the spotlight. This is a playthrough of the 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign, Scales of War. And they are on the 3rd adventure right now, which is the Shadow Rift of Umbraforge. They have finally made their way to Umbraforge. And Malagar walks off with Rennis the next morning after they make a short little camp. And he wants to find out whatever he can about the area using his skills in stealth and streetwise to gather such information. So go on ahead, pour up a tall glass or a mug of your favorite mead. I know it's early, but you gotta start sometime. The sneaky paladin is filling up quickly with adventurers waiting to hear the latest tale. Remember, you can drink, but take care not to get too drunk, for the paladin is always watching. This is the Tavern League. Good morning.
Hello.
Man, I was up until 3 a.m. last night, so I stayed up. For
You stayed up to do this?
No, I stayed up till 3 a.m. to play Destiny.
Oh.
Two of the guys
That's
from
a little
work
better.
were on, and I told them that I might be on after the session, so they were still on. I'm like, yep, you can do that.
Gotcha. And yeah, no, I'm sorry for being a little late. I literally just came home from getting my
man.
vasectomy, and it went a little longer than I thought.
A what?
A vasectomy?
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep.
I am streaming this, just so you know.
Oh, I don't care. People
Okay.
don't know who I am.
Damn, man. You don't want kids, or?
Nope.
No?
Nope. None of them.
Oh, man. All the braveness to you. All right. So. Uh-oh. FGU's not showing up. One second real quick.
No worries.
I just got a lot of messing around I gotta do, I guess. This thing that doesn't want to sit nicely. Why doesn't it want to do what I want it to do?
Cooperating.
Yeah, I had. So for my Twitch, my streaming stuff, I had it all on OBS, but then when I switched over to Streamlabs, some of the formatting kind of changes, so like the size of the windows or whatever, and I had one where it was supposed to stretch the image. The image wasn't the original size; it was stretched, but I needed it that way to fit in this particular graphic, and that wasn't working, so I had to redo it real quick.
Annoying.
Yeah, very annoying. But anyway, you are ready. I am ready. And just so you know, I have an idea of what's going to happen, but I am basically going to improv this whole thing.
That's fine. Improv makes for some of the best situations.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so without further tempting, I think we are ready to go.
All right.
So you are in the streets, having just left the tents with the other characters, aiming to go forth and find out basically whatever you may in the town, accompanied by Rennis, the half-elf ranger,
Yep.
who is with you.
Attempting to find information about the location of Modra within this encampment.
Okay,
The primary
awesome.
goal.
Yes, and Rennis has joined you and joined your cause, delving into the gate alongside you, finding out that on the other side is the Shadowfell, and all of this to find the same, the same figure, Modra, for he had killed her sister. So there you are on the streets of Umberforge.
Yep. I got the map.
All right. Where are you going, Malagar?
All right. Well, I figured best place to start is around some of the other encampments. Try to pick up some tidbits from the other bands or mercenaries and see what they know. Ask a couple of, very soft, casual questions leading in that direction, but nothing too overt.
All right. You can certainly roleplay that out. So right now you are kind of on a little cut in the road that goes north to a bigger building.
Okay.
And this has a sort of ominous and foreboding look to it, where there are a number of sentries and guards kind of patrolling around it, I guess you could say.
Okay. So it seems to be very well guarded. In talking about 9, the
Yes.
building
9.
Okay.
Right there.
I'm gonna pretend to be on the daft side, and just kind of like curiously, stumble towards it and be like, once I get kind of nearby-ish the sentries, be like, "Oi, what's this place?"
And then there is a Shatterkai guard kind of just scanning around. And he's the one that you talk to. This is the Dark Foundry. It's where Sashan makes all of his pets.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
And he has
Thank
a
you.
sort of like wicked, evil smirk on him when he says pets.
I see. Do I know what he means when he says pets?
You do not.
Okay. I was trying to think if we've encountered any of his pets, but I don't think so. All right. With that, I'm just gonna mosey off.
All right. Rennis speaks up. What do you say he meant by pets?
Nothing good, I'm sure. My best guess is it's a foundry then. Maybe some sort of forged beasts. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out in due time.
All right. Rennis is going to roll a perception. Or no, she's going to roll an insight. Okay. I noticed the magma flow seems to go straight into that building. Wonder what they're doing with that, if anything.
That's a very good point.
Nothing good, I'm sure. Well, let's be on our way. See what we can find.
Can I roll a what would that be? Like what type of metal smithing that they could do with like raw magma like that? Like what the potential
Roll me a nature.
nature, right?
Yes. Okay. So with that nature check, your guess is that this is not just like regular magma or lava. There's definitely something more to it, an elemental nature.
Gotcha.
And if you wish to know more, an arcana check.
Oh, I'm terrible at those, but we'll give it a shot anyway.
Yes, that is not sufficient.
Okay. Yeah, I look at her and shrug. Yeah. With the type of realm that we're in, and that type of magma, my guess is it's something pretty elemental. But beyond that, I haven't a clue. It's not my specialty.
Her eyes kind of give a look of wonderment and then narrow down as she's kind of thinking to herself about that.
Go down the road a little ways.
All right. And
Let's take a right.
as you are walking through this area,
Mm-hmm.
you are met with the sounds of hammers clanging steel to the north. These eights. And the sounds of blacksmiths hammering away at their wares.
I'm gonna take a look at this actually.
All right. You see the common tools of the trade of a blacksmith around with many, many different weapons, all of the same make and design. Almost as if this camp is getting ready for war.
Like they're on the precipice of it. They're almost ready.
Roll me an insight. You get the sense that this is normal, like it is part of the camp to always be making weapons. It's not that they're preparing for a war, but they are always ready for war. That's kind of the tools of their trade. Constantly hammering out weapons and weapons of mass destruction and everything.
I gotcha. I'm gonna go down into this district here and try to roll a streetwise and pick up on any info that I can about the leadership of this region.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second.
So that includes the Modra, the head boss, Skarn?
Sarshan?
Well, Sarshan.
Yep. Okay, walking around, you can overhear some talk of just people basically bullshitting and gossiping. And you overhear the name familiar to both of you. Not in whispered tones or anything, but almost talked about openly. Moja's long gone from Umberforge and the Shadowfell, believe me. Sarshan's got a long arm and a longer memory. That creeper would be crazy to come back here.
Keep on strolling by. Once we kind of get out of the section, talk to her like, oh, it appears he's made Sarshan quite angry.
Ah, yes. I wonder what happened.
I think we might have had something to do with it.
Roll me an insight with a +2.
I think I'm changing my modifier. Oof. Oh.
You feel pretty certain that Rennis's assumptions is correct. That something happened recently where Modra has angered Sarshan. And the dots being put together by your intuition in your head kind of lead you to believe it has something to do with the recent orc warband.
Ah. They expected them to perform a little more gallantly, I guess. Well, if it pissed off this Sarshan, then I think we're on the right track.
Certainly.
Let's go see what else we can pick up. See where this Sarshan might be holed up, or how many lieutenants or captains he has around him.
And around you, there are quite a few different training grounds, each with mercenaries plying their trade.
Are there any that are more common creatures on the material plane, or are they all pretty, fringe?
They're all pretty fringe, but here and there, certainly there would be,
Like
probably
a random human, or
yeah,
a random
probably
dwarf,
like a
or
random
elf.
human.
Okay. Take a quick stroll through this camp and pop out the other side. And let's try and see if I can pick up any more.
All right. You see a figure, a regular ass human, and let's see, get your token. Do that. Over here, kind of on the outskirts, just watching the training ground. Looks to be lounging on a tent, just observing the training going on. You go up and speak to him?
A regular human, huh?
Yeah.
And he stands out because it's the first regular human that I've seen, pretty much.
Something tells you that he would be more open to conversation than many of the other creatures.
Ah, okay. All right, thank you. Yeah, let's approach him.
All right. He turns his head slightly at your approach.
Good morning, friend. I speak in a, just a dead-ass common accent.
All right.
Not giving away that I'm an elf.
His body language doesn't change, but his eyes don't leave you, and he kind of takes a measure of you. Aye. Good morning. What's it you need?
Interesting seeing a human just standing by watching. Are you learning from them, or are you above their level of training?
He gives a little chuckle. He says, yeah, there's not much more. There's not much of me around, that's to be sure. Skin's a little too light, as you see." And then he kind of taps his bare arm with the pinkness of his skin showing through even in the gloom, much different than the Shatter Kai and their gloomy ashen pall. I've already done me drills this morning. Not exactly better than the rest. I just wake up earlier. I'm observing.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I finished my drills earlier too and decided to take a little bit of a stroll. Relatively new here, just trying to get the lay of the land, you know?
Surely.
Speaking of which, when did you arrive? Have you been around here long?
He takes his eyes off of the training once more and looks at you and says, "Oh yeah, I've been here a while. What's it to you?"
Oh, trying to find something of a friendly face. I was just wondering, like, what are the bosses around here?
Ah, you new, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much green on the horn.
Then he kind of tilts his head around you to see Rennis. Her too?
She's probably a little more seasoned than I am, but only barely.
Alright then. Well, the bosses are the bosses. This is a mercenary camp. They ain't here to be your friend. They're here to get the jobs done. And if you don't make it,
Naturally.
and some people just disappear. That's the way of things. Just be strong and you'll survive.
Well, appreciate the heads up. Do my best to show my talents.
And surely, stay away. Try as best you can to stay away from the Shadow Kai and the Dark Ones. They're not a friendly lot, to be sure. Especially over there in the tower. Don't even bother going over there. You ain't gonna get in.
The tower? Tower where?
So he,
at 10?
yep, he points off into the distance at 10, kind of over in this general direction. It's like, ain't nobody got any business over there unless you report directly to Sashan himself. Don't even bother going over there. You ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah, I heard of Sarshan. Nasty folk, from what I understand.
Oh, the nastiest you wouldn't believe.
Hey, who's... I've heard a couple of names of people that work under him. Can't remember them all, but like I heard one named Modra was mentioned recently. Apparently he messed up in a big way. Is that right?
Moja, yeah. Everybody knows Moja nowadays. That one's in for quite a treat, Moja. Sasha never gets his hands on him.
Do you know what happened?
Moja is well known in Umberforge, but for all the wrong reasons now. He was one of Sashan's trusted lieutenants before he tried to broker a weapons deal that Sashan had already turned down.
So he went behind the boss's back.
Yeah, looks like it. Tried to cut a deal on his own. Turned sideways and went all bad. It's now Sashan's, what does he call it? His, I don't know what he says, but he tries to keep everything secret. Doesn't want his, dealings to be known. Modra made that quite a bit more difficult, so Sashan's gotta take it out with his skin.
Oh yeah, from what I understand, it attracted quite a bit of attention. What about the other lieutenants? Do you know anything about them? Which ones to watch out for, I mean?
All of them are pretty bad in their own right. Most of the mercenary camp has their own bands with their own leaders. The ones that stick with Sashan basically give us our orders, come out. Don't have a whole lot to do with us. They basically stick to the tower, though you do see them around the foundry quite often.
That foundry looks like a nasty place too. What they make in there?
There's certainly rumors.
I like rumors.
Go ahead and try to convince him to give up some of the information.
Okay. Well,
Bluff.
you've been mighty. I was gonna say you've been mighty kind, friend. I just came from the outside. If there's any news that you want in exchange for information, I'd be more than happy to trade.
All right, go ahead and roll diplomacy.
Softer touch first.
Ooh. Surely. Tell me, what do you know of the Elsia Vale? It's where I came from.
Elsier Vale, that is like where Overlook is?
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, there was a whole bunch of hullabaloo about that orc incursion that, Modra had the inner workings behind. But, apparently there was some band of heroes that managed to flood the vents as the orcs were trying to break through, and that was their keystone move. Once the tunnels were flooded, orcs were pushed back by the doors, and, well, things are still a little on the uneasy side. Overlook still stands.
Wait, you mean to tell me there was an orc warband that tried to infiltrate the Vale? Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
believe it or not. They've tried it before, so it's not so surprising that they try it again, but each time they grow more bold.
Ah, yes. Many times I hear throughout the centuries. They always get smashed on the walls of Baldrin's Watch. Nasty bit of business.
That it is.
Well,
Yeah, they almost made it around this time, but the dwarves got lucky, I say.
Really? Alright, give me 1 second. Tell me, what about more east? Things going okay over there? I'm from a town called Talar.
Tala.
Talar. He's got an accent, so.
Okay. I take a second to think. I don't know much about that town. Never been.
Roll me a history check.
Unless I have, and then I just don't remember it as a player.
Alright. Talar is right next to Brindle.
Oh, we traveled through it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, my mistake. We traveled through it. I didn't really notice much. Seemed like a peaceful place. Good inn.
He spits off to the side. Hey, not much happens in Talar. Boy, I had to get out, but only wish for things to be good back home, you know what I mean? And then he kind of pats his coin pouch.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a sleepy place. Almost fell asleep myself on the way through.
It's like Iowa. Nothing but cornfields. Okay. Well, you see the foundry over there? That's the new jewel of Sarshan's operations. Its power comes from the fire and shadow driving its furnaces. Sarshan's cages create beasts of battle there. Born killers with magic in their blood. You do well to stay away from there and hope you never get brought in. I hear it's not just beasts that they turn.
Them too?
Aye.
Oh,
That's what they say.
I can't imagine it.
Sure, you can't imagine much of what Sarshan does. Black-hearted as they come. Only a mind for profits. You see this sprawling operation? This is all him.
Oh, looks like he's done quite well for myself. I'm hoping to take a piece home with me.
As are we all.
What's your name?
He looks at you and Name's Benjin.
Ah, Benjamin, pleased to meet you. I'm
Mm.
Jonathan.
You, comrade? And he holds out his hand. Jonathan.
Same here.
And then he has a upturned smile on his face as he's shaking your hand with narrowed eyes and amusement.
And this here is Sarah, just a traveling companion.
He gives a wave of his hand in acknowledgement. Sarah?
Well, I won't keep up your morning any longer. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you around.
Surely. And then he turns his attention back to the training field. Rennis goes by you, trailing behind you. You think he gave you his real name too? And then she laughs.
I nearly choke as I'm trying to stifle the laugh. Yeah, certainly not.
Where to now?
So, from the DM, as a player talking here, from the DM's perspective, is there a particular region you want me to go towards, or does what you have in mind can trigger anywhere?
So basically you're in a skill challenge right now.
Okay.
So I have certain things that will trigger a roll. So I have certain skill checks that get triggered. And then when you roll those, they go into the skill check against a DC, and you can either succeed or fail. You need to get a certain target amount of successes before failures in order to succeed on the skill challenge.
Okay.
I don't really want to give anything away because I don't want to take away your creative freedom. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't want you to either. I just
But
want to
there's
know if there was a specific area in mind you wanted me to wander to, because I don't want to take all of your morning away.
Oh no, man! We got until 12, so
Okay.
if
cool,
you complete this skill challenge on your own, that's exactly what happens, and I'm completely okay with that. That's actually kind of cool, because you can come back with all the information.
Yep.
But I guess I could say there's opportunity everywhere and anywhere to strike up a conversation with a random NPC. 'Cause you never know who because you don't know how expansive or secret the dealings of Sarshan and Modra are, or Modra.
Right.
So,
Or any of the lieutenant.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, in the training grounds, there definitely seems to be a lot of bravado and braggartry, I think it's called, like where people are bragging and kind of boasting of their own skills and showing off and everything.
Right. I mean, I could use a duel.
Ooh.
But for what, though? That's the key. And I'm also considering going and checking out this forge. Trying to see if there's a way I can sneak inside. But that might be a bit too ambitious for what we're doing. Well, all right. Okay, the main objective, what I found out, Modra's gone. Main objective 2 was to find out about the leadership. Did. They are several lieutenants that just dole out orders to the different mercenary band group leaders, and they all keep to themselves inside the keep. And that's probably not a place I can go to on my lonesome. So, yeah, the next big thing would be finding out more about this forge. Type of beast they actually do put out. See, because I want to go dueling personally, but I think Malagar would shy away from that no matter the allure, because it would draw too much attention.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to give away any advantage he has.
Exactly. And if for whatever reason my mask or my like hood accidentally come off or something, like while I'm being grappled, then that gives away that he's a drow,
Yeah,
which would
gotcha.
probably be okay here, but still not information that he
Yeah,
wants to share.
still potential power that he might lose, I guess.
Exactly. Yes. Because very few people expect drow encounter powers to be used.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he would go investigate this forge. Let's try to get a decent vantage point on it from the cliffs up here. Okay, so as we're walking, Rennis, we already found out that Moldra's not here. We already found out where the lieutenants are. We already found out where where Sortan is and all of his cronies.
Are we so
That
sure that Modra's not here? I mean, there's only one person we spoke to. We know Modra left for Overlook and he couldn't get back to the Shadowfell. Maybe they just don't know he's arrived. We saw him go through the gate.
Yeah, that's true. So okay, so either he's lurking around here on the outskirts of town, or Sortan's got him on a rack in the tower.
Huh. Can't say I would be disappointed if he was put on a rack right now.
All right. Well, we can't exactly get in the tower right now, so let's confirm that he isn't hiding out somewhere. Who are his closest allies? I think that's what we need to find out. Where would he run to? Who would he run to?
Well, he's a dark one, so maybe other dark ones.
Exactly, but where's the Dark One encampment? Can I run streetwise to see if I have a general idea, like where Dark Ones have been heading and coming from? Like which
Sure.
side of town?
Sure.
Give me a head start.
So you got the sense the dark ones. Okay. Sorry. The dark ones are all around camp, but there's a lot of traffic to the west in this area, kind of closer to the market, closer to the tower.
Like here-ish?
Yeah,
Or
around this area. Can you see my marker moving or no?
no?
Oh, can you see it now?
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I got you. I kind of over in this area. I thought you could see it while I was making it. So over in this area because it's closer to the tower.
Fair enough. All right. I think I have a good idea where some of the Dark Ones would hang out. Let's go have a friendly chat with.
You feel a low tremble as another small earthquake rumble in the ground happens. You can certainly keep your footing, but you can feel the ground shaking with a low murmur beneath your feet.
They're getting worse. I wonder if that volcano's gonna blow.
Rennis says, "Hi, it's surely jarring for us, though everybody else seems to be used to it."
Yeah, well, it doesn't bother us either. Alright, and here's where I'm gonna start looking around. Can I roll both like an insight and a streetwise to try and see if there's any tents that are more, first of all, more shuttered than the rest that would be good to house him?
Roll me perception.
Fuck. That was on a 14. How dare you?
Yeah, looking around, you see quite a few tents, and they all seem to have occupants, so you're not sure if someone claims ownership or not.
Okay. And I suppose it's back to streetwise trying to pick up what information I can. Hey.
Ooh.
That's a higher than normal roll.
All right, so you see a small group of dark ones kind of playing dice with knives and some cards over here. Playing a game of sorts.
Okay. I casually stroll on by and just kind of watch their game for a little bit, see if I recognize it. Just like a standard dice and knives game, or
Kind of like it's a more savage game of bones, I guess. So like there's knife throwing that they're sticking in the ground while they're rolling dice, and then they each have like 3 cards that seem to stand for something. No, no, no! You cheated! You can't do that yet! Oh, shut up, you're such a sore loser.
you guys got room for one more?
They look up at you. Piss off.
Piss off. Well, that's hardly sporting.
You got a problem with it? The one that was acting all aggressive kind of stands up. He comes probably just above hip height to you, and he's standing looking at you with a defiant manner.
Well, if you don't want my coin, I suppose that's your problem.
Another one moves around over here, kind of behind you. We could just take it anyway.
Oh, gentlemen, you could try.
Roll initiative. All right, let me get this set up real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. What map can I use? Maybe I can find one online real quick.
That's the generic street one will do.
Yeah.
I can use my imagination. Still disappointed in my initiative, though.
All right, there we go. That'll work. Oh, come on, where are you?
Being a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it should be automatically
Populated.
going in. That. That's annoying. Okay, so I'm just gonna use something else I got. You're gonna have to use your imagination.
Okay. More than happy to do that.
I got this forest clearing. We'll just have that stand for the battle.
That works. Yep.
All right, so I'll have
I'll
you.
just pretend the trees are buildings.
Yeah. Need to get this on the grid.
What is?
Okay,
Identify dark.
we are ready. So we begin with the Dark Creeper 1 suddenly making a stab at you, Malagar, with its dagger. Oh, he got a crit.
Oh.
That is 8 points of damage, which
Okay.
takes us to you.
I was expecting a little bit worse, but alright. Alright, so Dark Creeper 2 has not gone yet.
Oh,
I'm gonna focus him. I'm going to shift up 1 square. How do I want to play this? Oh, dagger's out, obviously. I'm just gonna do a regular slide flourish melee. So first strike.
that is a hit.
Hit. Okay. Sneak attack.
21 points of damage.
Yeah, take it. And then I am going to just end my turn there.
All right. Oh, shoot. I never rolled initiative for Rennis.
Ah.
So she got a 17.
She
She would
before
go
me.
before you. Okay. So she's going to shift 1 away. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is going to target that creeper as her Ori.
Okay.
The creeper 2. Then she is going to shoot her longbow at it. Missing. Then you would take your turn. And then
Oh, I forgot to identify that
Yep.
dude.
unidentified dark one is going to take out a scimitar. He's going to 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you do get an opportunity attack against him if you want.
I'll take it.
Okay.
That's get combat advantage. It's just normal.
That is a miss. Make sure you do the opportunity attack. Got to hold down the shift button. So it registers.
Hold down shift and melee basic.
Yep. If you hold down shift for an attack, it turns it into an opportunity attack. If you hold down shift when you do damage, it turns it into critical hit damage.
Right.
All right, so he is going to attack you, Malagar, with combat advantage. Scimitar. He misses. All right, and then Dark Creeper 2 will attack you, Malagar, with combat advantage. And he misses.
Jukes.
Which brings us to the top of the order. Dark Creeper 1. 1, 2, with Dark Step. So he has combat advantage against you.
Okay.
Stabs out with his dagger again. Getting a hit. This time, he deals 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Takes us to Rennis, who will... Let's see, she used Shadow Wasp Strike. She's gonna just shoot a longbow. There, that's a hit.
Nice.
Deals 17 points of damage. Malagar, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to use my encounter power, Darkfire.
Okay.
I forget how to draw a square though.
Shift, Control, and Alt all change the pointer. So if you hold right and left click down, it does a temporary pointer. And if you hold Shift, it does a square. And if you hold Control, it does a circle.
Okay. So here and then there. Got it. Alright, and those 3 are identified. Yep, they all become... Or no, I have to...
You mean Cloud of Darkness?
Yeah, Cloud of Darkness.
Okay, gotcha.
They all get blinded.
All right.
I'm then going to try to identify Dark Creature 1. Is that a nature check?
That is, I think, an Arcana. Yep, Arcana.
Arcana? Yeah.
You do not know about this particular type of Dark One. But you do know it's a Dark One.
Thank you. Alright, then just attack Dark Creeper 2 again. I don't want to use my dailies. Yeah, just another Sly Flourish melee. With combat advantage. Oh, no, they're already blinded. I already have that effect on.
Oh my god, that's a hit. Damn.
I'll take it.
He falls to the ground, dying.
And then I end my turn.
All right. This Dark One yells out in surprise at the darkness enclosing you. The fuck is this? Oh, he killed him. Runs 1, 2, 3, 4. Using Dark Step. So you do get an opportunity attack against him. That is a miss. And he is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, who's running?
7, and 8. He is running. Brings us to the top of the order. Dark Creeper 1 exclaims in surprise as well. And then he hears his buddy fall down with a dirty squelch, and he too will use Dark Step. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Don't let him go too far away. Still get an opportunity attack against him.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
That is a miss.
Damn, that was almost a 19 too. Okay.
All right, Rennis.
Tell me she's got like ensnaring strike or something.
He has Hunter's Bear Trap, which is a daily.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to put Quarry on the unidentified dark one. She doesn't want him to get away. She wants someone to talk to kind of
As do
interrogate. Should have said non-lethal blow. You killed the one guy.
Oh, I wanted to kill one and then take down another one, like make him unconscious. I was thinking they'd stand and fight just a bit more.
All right. I think she's going to use Hunter's Bear Trap. She might as well.
Okay.
And she misses. So that takes us to you, Malagar.
All right. I'm terrible at melee basic attacks, and none of my powers are alternatives for that. So charging isn't an option. Which means I need to use Spinning Blade Leap or use an action point. I don't want to do either. But alright. Let's see how far this gets me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. How far am I away? 5? Don't have combat advantage yet. Yep, bucket. Action point. Use it for another movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Target this dude and non-lethal Sly Flourish.
All right. You do get combat advantage for that.
Yep.
That is a hit. $23 points of damage.
Fortunately, just wounded him, but the best I got right now. And then minor action, I'm going to use my low slash against him as well. Damn. Miss. Okay. That's all I got.
All right. The unidentified dark one turns to meet your advance, getting cut in the side by your dagger. He is going to use an ability. Burst 4 within 10. Okay. Creating a zone of darkness that blocks line of sight. Creatures with dark vision ignore this effect, so you are unaffected, but he does not know that you're a drow.
Yeah.
And then he will use Dark Step. 1, 2, right there. So you do get an attack of opportunity against him.
Okay.
That is a hit.
Well, I forgot to do combat advantage, but okay, either way. Just Shrek him with a melee basic attack.
Oh. 20 points of damage. Just so you know, that's once per round when you have combat advantage.
Yeah, my run's over, so now I don't get to use my sneak attack next turn.
Okay. So, he is going to make a scimitar attack against you with combat advantage.
Okay.
And he misses. That takes us to the top. The Dark Creeper 1 disappearing off the map.
Takes off.
Yep, he's gone. So it is Rennis's turn. Is your cloud done?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes. It only lasts until the end of my next turn, so it would have been done when my last turn ended.
Okay. I'm gonna get rid of that. Want to get rid of your pointer? Your square?
Close window? Nope. Shit, that's the wrong thing.
Right click on it.
Pointers. Remove this. There we go.
Yep,
Got it.
there you
Yep.
go. All right. Rennis sees the cloud of darkness. Oh, Malagar! Are you all right?
Yes, I'm just fine.
The other one took off. I can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She wades into the dark fog, which blocks line of sight. Right. So we go to you, Malagar.
All right. I'm going to shift here. Making sure I'm targeting them, and I'm going to use good old dazing strike.
That is a hit.
I do not get my sneak attack this turn because I already used it, but still hurts.
11 points of damage.
And he is dazed. And that's it.
All right. He is dazed. But suddenly turns invisible.
That little prick.
And that takes his turn. So Rennis. No line of sight. Where are you?
I'm right here in the center. Be careful. He's here as well.
She moves up tentatively 2 squares. It is your turn, Malagar.
Alright. Well, I know that since he's dazed, he most likely can't move along with going invisible. So I'm going to make a Sly Flourish attack on the same square that he was just in, trying to hit him.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you just want me to roll with like -10 for blinded, or what is it?
I have the modifiers. All you got to do is roll. It'll proc it all. I have it all on my combat tracker. You just probably don't see it on yours. That is a hit. Damn.
Ooh. But so is there another enemy next to him? Or sorry, is there anybody else besides me next to him?
No.
Then that would proc my sneak attack damage. Non-lethal.
You got to say it before you roll. Gotta say it before you roll. Falls down and the cloud disperses so that you can see a dead body on the ground.
Can I use a heal check to attempt to stabilize him, or is he dead? Or is he just in the dying condition where he is doing death saving throws?
So, the way we play encounters for the monsters is that whenever they get to 0, they just outright die. But for the sake of this roleplay, I'll allow it. Go ahead and make a heal check. You got to get a 15 or higher.
Okay. I talked to look at Renus. I accidentally nicked his artery in the darkness. Do you know how to heal?
She... Sorry. My skills are more of just the ranging type.
All right. Because I've only got a +2.
And she's got a plus none.
Oof.
You are unsuccessful, so he will take 1 point of death. You got 2 more attempts.
Well, that's not much better.
You will take another tick of death attempts.
All right. Last one. Come on. Come on.
Oh!
Yes, the last one.
All right, so he is at 56 hit points as you stem the tide of blood pouring out of his wound.
All right.
He is still unconscious.
Okay. I bind him up in a rope, nice and tight. I'll roll a thievery, like I always do. And I'll drag him into a nearby unoccupied tent.
All right. Let me just go over here.
I'm going to take a short rest just in case things get nasty again, letting him stay unconscious during the duration of it.
Yep.
Here, let me get my powers back. And then, actually, I might just take a healing surge, unfortunately, too. There we go. Then wake him up.
He wakes up. Fucking bastard.
How does that coin feel now, huh?
No hard feelings. You're just in the wrong area.
Yeah, and I think you picked the wrong opponent.
You'll get yours soon enough.
And I think you're gonna get yours right now.
Roll Intimidate with a +2 from the ogre fight.
Oh, word's gotten around just a little bit, huh? Hello?
Okay, so what did you say?
Okay.
Yeah, I read stuff, so.
No, fair enough. I was just asking, like, a word got around a little bit, huh?
Of course it does. If you didn't know, rumor and gossip spreads around here like nothing else.
Oh, I'm sure it's a military encampment after all. Or mercenary, sorry, let me correct. Encampment. I've got a few questions. I'm looking for a potential friend of yours. And since you're in no condition to bargain, thinking you might just tell us whatever you know. You heard the name Modra?
Everybody knows Modra.
Good. Then do you know where he is? I say it like in the most menacing way I can.
All right, go ahead and roll me another Intimidate check with +2. he looks up at you, and he's got a death grimace on his face, his eyes unblinking as he's just kind of staring at you with seething anger and malice. I hear he somehow made it back. Don't know where he is, but I think word gets around that he's back in the Shadowfell.
Well, my friend, you'd be right. Where would we be hiding? Who's his closest ally?
I'm not in his camp. I don't know.
Then point us in the right direction. Where is his camp?
He didn't mean camp like literal. He meant like he's not a friend to Modra.
Oh, okay. Okay. I misunderstood that. Then point me someone who is.
There's plenty of other dark ones allied with him.
I need a name, and you just might walk out of this tent alive.
Just fucking kill me, get it over with. I'm done with you.
Are you sure, friend? I play no game.
He makes a struggle.
And with that, I pull out my knife and put my hand firmly on his shoulder.
You think you're the big bad? I've dealt with worse than you. And he coughs up and he begins to struggle with his bonds.
And with that, I'm just gonna sink the dagger into his chest, nice and slow.
You see the life force drain from him as his body goes limp.
Wipe my blade off on his coat. Well, looks like Modra has friends that we need to find somehow.
I suppose we could have handled that maybe just a touch better, but in a place like this, I suppose that's the type of welcome we'll get in many different circles.
Yeah, I wanted to let him go.
He deserved it.
Initially, but the more I talked to him, the more he deserved the blade.
Truly, these dark ones are a very sinister lot. They have no pity from me. And she has a very hard expression. Let us be on our way.
I agree. Well, our friends said they were going to go to the slave encampment, and I think we've done just about as much as we can for right now. Unless there's somewhere else you think we should go.
Ah, entirely agree. We have some information to share. I wonder what they have.
Sounds good. Let's make our way through the training camp. I'll start walking north.
Okay.
Oh, I'll loot him real quick.
Alright.
And the other one that I killed.
So you find some black garments and then a bunch of daggers, as well as a scimitar and more daggers.
I'll take a few daggers.
How many?
How many of them?
8.
Oh, there's 8 of them?
Yeah, they keep quite a few daggers on them.
Yeah. Those can just tell them later. I'll take the daggers.
Okay.
And scimitars are worth something too, aren't they?
They're worth something.
Yeah, might as well. But they carried no coin, even though they're playing games.
Let me get to that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were done.
49 gold pieces.
No shit. I'll split it with Rennis.
All right. So you get 24 and a half gold pieces. I'll just do 25 so you don't split the other gold pieces.
So I'll take 25. She can take 24.
So you're at 870 gold pieces, and
let's just
then
see, you added it. Okay, that works.
you got 8 daggers and a scimitar, which puts you at 85 total encumbrance. But I don't want to worry about that, so I'm not. All right. Where to?
Once we leave the tent and like start walking on our way, I take note of how much I miss the stars. I don't get to see very much of them where I grew up. And it was nice knowing that there was just so much more out there than what's right in front of you.
Rennis replies, "Ah, yes. When I grew up in my home, the stars were plenty bright in the night. It was always a comfort to look up and know that they shone down upon us." Then
If you
after,
didn't know, Ryan, Sehanine, the deity that I was talking about, her like symbols are moon with stars around it.
yeah,
I guess that's what I'm slowly trying to gravitate towards.
gotcha. So Rennis makes mention of the lady watching down upon them from the sky and the stars. And then after a moment, she pauses and, "You didn't see much stars
Hello?
growing up."
Did Discord shit out?
Hello?
Oh no, you're muted.
I'm muted. How'd that happen? Whoops. So you didn't hear anything I said, did you?
Nope.
Oh, man.
You're muted. I'm sorry.
Okay. So she replies, "Yes, where I grew up, the stars were quite a comfort to look upon. The lady herself shining down upon us."
The lady.
You know, the Sehanine.
No, I do not know of her.
She is giving you quite the weird look right now. You didn't see stars where you came from?
Saw stars of sorts, but they're nothing compared to the actual thing. In the I say, like, for you, Ryan, in the Underdark, there's fungus that grows.
Yep.
That's
I read
luminescent.
all of the Dritz books.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Hell
Yep.
yeah. Okay. Well, was she the patron god of?
Sehanine governs the domains of love, moon, and trickery. Her agents tend to work in the shadows towards their ends.
Ah, avoiding the limelight. That's something that I can agree with.
I suppose, yes. It surprises
Talking
me
about
you
the
don't know of
people are-
Sehanine.
Consider me ignorant when it comes to the ways of the gods. I did not grow up in much teachings. Sorry, much celestial teachings.
Pity. Then she follows you to the
yeah,
training grounds where there are a group of Shatter Kai training with absolute dedication and focus on some specific drills, cuts and stabs and everything.
Gotcha. Make my way around the outskirts of it.
All right.
Cut down this
Thrust.
alleyway.
Thrust. Thrust.
Harry.
Right now, you feel a tremble begin to rise. A sudden rumbling rises as another tremor rattles through the area. However, while previous incidents have passed quickly, this one builds to a furious shaking that threatens to knock you off your feet. At the same time, a blast of molten rock and raw darkness erupts from the earth far enough ahead of you towards the slave bazaar. And even as the tremor subsides, you see movement from a distance through haze of smoke and shadow. From the boiling fissure, a pair of winged shapes erupts, plus a large hound and a humanoid creature that claw their way up from behind them. All four creatures writhe with living flame, howling.
It seems like we now know what came out of that forge.
And this is where we will end. Ominous note.
As we go rushing forward.
Yes. All right.
Perfect. As soon as they're done, then I can chime right on in. I like it.
Yeah. I like this ending point.
Yep, I agree.
All right. Glad I did this. This was fun. I had no idea going in, but we actually got quite a bit done. I got some stuff on your skill challenge, so you'll be able to segue into that very nicely next session.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Sharing all the information that we learned. Do I get any experience with the battle?
Yes, you will be brought up. Let's see.
I think they got 175 each for theirs.
No, it was I calculated it wrong.
Oh,
So
okay.
Let me see. So you should be at, let's see. All right, I got you at 7,010 experience points, the same as the other guys.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You earned it. All right, and so that was the siege of... no, it's not on the siege. We're not doing siege anymore, man.
We're sieging a Borden's Watch?
Yeah.
What?
No, that was the Shadow Rift of Umbraforge, with Malagar and Rennis walking through the streets, learning some key bits of information as to Modra and Sarshan's dealings here in Umbraforge, in the shadows of the Shadow Camp. And we will begin again in 2 weeks, Wednesday, at our normal time, 9 p.m. Thank you so much for showing up, Sauerkraut. I had fun.
I did too. Thank you for the extra session.
All right, and I will see you next time.
Yeah, sounds good. Take care.
Make sure you check out my socials, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I'm here on Twitch. Give me a like, subscribe, follow, whatever you wish to support. As long as you're tuning in and, dropping a line in the chat, I definitely appreciate it. I'm glad to have you guys here. Glad you showed up, Drake. Oh man, you're gonna have to see that YouTube video. Gotta upload that sometime soon. Check out what's going on. All right, guys. Until next time, this has been the Tavern League.